What up, y'all? It's Ariane Celeste, and is it true that Rage On at 204 brake pulls nothing but fire? I think you guys should check it out for yourself, and maybe you'll get some fuego from the card father himself. Mwah!
Hey, what's up? It's UFC Octagon Girl Brittany Palmer, and Rage On at 204 has nothing but that fire. I think you should check on him to make sure that he's okay because of all that heat. Mwah!
Killer.
Yo, what's good? I'm Chad Johnson. Come on, bro. You know the number one breaker in the game right now is Rage On at 204, man. He's the one and only card father. Mic drop. 204 breaks is fire all day.
Rated Rage On, it ain't no mistake. Pulling nothing but fire. 204 breaks, yeah. Live streaming, got the internet ablaze. Hey, rated Rage On, 204 breaks. Rare sports cars, one of one, so clean. Flawless, national treasures you never seen. Rookie cards, rookie autographs, you already know. Everything sports, MJ, Tom Brady, all the GOATs. Hey, rated Rage On, let's go.
All right, we're back. Here we are. It's number 22 now, right? Yeah, 22. Yeah. 22. 24-25 Upper Deck, SP Authentic Hockey. Half in your case, pick your team rate number 22. Right? Yeah, 22. What am I doing? Am I okay? So, anyways, before we start, let me check the audio before we start. Make sure we're all Gucci. Yeah, I hear myself, so that means you guys can hear me. Anyways, while we're here, I'm gonna, you know what? I forgot who had the sharks. So while I'm here, let's do a little tutorial on how to see who got the sharks. Just in case anybody's wondering. And then we got some new people here. We got some, you know, regulars. So let's do a little tutorial. Here's my phone. I'm on the page where I'm on the group here. I'll hit featured, this featured button right there, and it shows all the breaks. So if you're ever wondering, you can go to featured. All the breaks are posted. 23 is up already. All right, so let's go to number 22. This is our break right here. You scroll up to the comment section or down to the comment section, you'll see this graphic, San Jose Random. When you click underneath to the replies, there's where we randomed There's where we random for the Sharks. View more replies if you have to, and there it is. There's the random. Hit that link, and in this case, when we hit the link, it is the Blues, the St. Louis Blues. So there we go. I forgot. So that's who got him. Joe, good old Joe. Audio's good. Thanks, Brandon. Okay, here's the serial numbers again. We can cross-reference from the last break. I just put them up here. 8451, 1292, 0771, and then 1351. Alright, if you want to cross-reference it, those are the boxes. They have not left my desk, to be honest. Like, they were just standing up there. I just put them up there in the last break, and that's where I pulled them down from. So, yes, sir. Let's get it. Remember, guys, 23 is posted. 24 is posted. Like I said, it is my last master case. My last master case on hand. I don't have any more masters. Fresh sealed masters on hand. So. Anyways, on to the next product, guys. Tempe has some clear cut posted. Clear cut hockey. And like I said, yeah, it's, you know, clear cut is clear cut. It's very hit or miss, but it's a lot of boxes and it's all autographs. One card per box. I think he has a half master posted. So if you want to get in on that, remember, like I said, like I just showed you, go to the featured section. You'll see all the breaks that are there, and you can pick and choose which one you want to jump into. Yeah, that's that. I can't really say much more. That is how the cookie crumbles. Anyways, what's everybody up to this Saturday night? What's everybody up to? How's everybody doing today? tonight. I don't really expect a lot of you guys here. It's the last weekend. Well, it's the long weekend, I believe, right? Long weekend. But if you are tuned in, I appreciate you. And if you're not, enjoy whatever you're doing. Hopefully it's some productive or spending time with the family or whatever, because summer is on its way out. Summer is almost coming to an end. Alright, so we'll open up all the boxes first, then we'll just run the break as the boxes are opened, alright? As the boxes are all open, I mean. Audio is good, thank you, Brandon. Anyways, anybody have any other plans for the weekend, long weekend, summer's end weekend, or August end weekend into September? Kids going back to school probably hate that. Some of them probably hating it, but some of them might like school, and you know, they get to see their friends again more often. But I mean, when I was growing up, I hated summer vacation ending. Usually towards the end of these were the weeks where we would get all our school supplies, and we'd get our school supplies. These past few weekends, getting prepped up for school, which is always sad in my opinion. I wasn't really fond of school, you know, but I didn't drop out of school, if you're wondering. I stayed, I graduated, but I just, you know, I'd rather stay home and sleep and play video games all day when I was younger, right? Alright, 2 boxes down. Let's get the third one open, and then we'll go with, yeah, well, hopefully we can pull something crazy out of this inner. And if not, it's not the last of the master. Remember, we still have one more inner. 23 and 24 are still the other half of this master case, so if you guys think that this is the end of the master, it is not. It's only half. Only half. It was only half. Someone got to remind me to buy a new camera. I got to get my overhead camera replaced. Someone remind me, please. Please, please, please remind me. Someone. I feel so naked without it. If that makes any sense. You work hard to build a nice break studio with a nice desk with the, you know, multi cameras, and then one craps out and you're just kind of lost after that, you know. If you're just you're just disgusted. Maybe it's just my OCD, I don't know. Alright, there we go, there we go. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, one more box. And we're going to start the break. Anybody else want to say hello? Anybody else? Maybe you are, maybe I just can't see it. Facebook is weird like that sometimes. Sometimes I'll have like no comments on my screen, but when I get off the live, there's like 50 comments, and people think I'm ignoring them. Just remember, I would never ignore anybody. It doesn't make any sense. I don't want to sit here talking about myself. Why would I ignore you? I like talking to everybody. But yeah, anybody want to tell me what their plans are for the long weekend? Besides maybe possibly just buying school supplies? A lot of my nephews and nieces already started school. Like, they go to college and they've already started. So, Justin, welcome, Justin. First break Mojo. I mean, he was in the last one, but first inner case, I believe, Mojo. And I believe he's in the next one. He has better teams in the next one. I mean, you know, he has Washington in this one. I mean, he's probably shooting for an Ovechkin. That's probably all. That's probably what everyone looks for when they're trying to get when they take Washington. Obviously, this is the OV. Fishing and fairs this weekend. Last free weekend for... Oh, fishing is free this weekend, Brandon? Damn. Where are you fishing at? Come on, man. Give me the honey hole. Show me where the fish are at. Alright, here we go. Alright, let's get started. There's a Lane Hudson, freshman focus green. Jack Hughes and a Kopitar. It might be Kopitar's last season this year, eh? Ethan Del Mastro for the Hawks. John Carlson. Oliver Kapanen. Travis Sanheim for the Flyers is our first autograph. And that is going to Haas. Travis Sanheim. That's not who he's looking for, though, taking the Flyers. But congrats. Hellebuck and Crosby. And we have a Maxim Siplikov. Every time we see MA, I'm like, whoa. Siplikov for the Isles. That's going to Paul. All right, Graham Clark and a Chibrikov for the Jets. There's Riffai, Nashville, and Nico Heischer for the Devils. Bedard on the spectrum. Barzal and a Lane Hudson red limited future watch. Let's put the base down. Man, we got to get some ink on this bad boy. We gotta definitely get some ink. Alright, next pile. Hugh McGing, number to 999 for the Blues. There's a Connor Bedard and a Devon Taves. Devon Taves for the Colorado. Gage Gonsalves, Matthew Coronado, Jet Luchenko for the Flyers. We have a curated signature of Andre Burakovsky. Man, like, how many more of these autos we gotta go through before we get a major one? Jeez, Burakovsky for the Kraken. LaFontaine. Colorado collab, Matthew Coronado, Brock Nelson for the Isles. Olin Zellweger, there's a Nazar and a Jack Thompson for the Sharks. Declan Carlisle, Tim Stützle, Oliver Bjorkstrand, sorry. How do you guys feel about Frank Nazar? Oh, wait, this is the last free weekend I have to do anything. Oh! Last free weekend as in your, like, availability. Okay, makes sense. Zach Hyman, Martin Brodeur, Kyle McLean for the Isles. I thought it was like, you know how they have like free fishing weekends and stuff. But anyways, where are you fishing? Where are you going fishing? That's what I want to know. Mitchkov on the horizontal. Haas Woods with the horizontal. You know, Mitchkov is the guy that like I have pulled many future watches of already. And this is what, 34 to 199, like 4 or 5 numbers off his jersey number. Right there, Mitchkov. Okay, like, not going to be the end of it, but let's go. Morrow and Kucherov. Maverick Lamoureux. Again, I see MA and I'm like, is it Celebrini? Utah Mammoth. Dane Hayden, that is for you. Zach Dean and Gage Gonsalves once again. There's Jason Paulin, Kopitar, and Kempe Swayman. Remember, guys, I said it was going to be, might be Kopitar's last season. Aho, Brendan Othman, Crozier for the Lightning. And he ended up staying with one team, eh? That's crazy. Hellenius out of 199, Mikko Rantanen, Mason McTavish. It's crazy, he stayed with one team the whole time, eh? Kopitar. Didn't even bother trying to trade him, or he wasn't in any, I didn't remember Kopitar ever in any, like, rumored trade talks or anything like that, so that's neat. Unless I'm just not paying attention. But Rangers collab, Nazar and a Graham Clark for the Wild. Graham Clark is a Wild hit right there. See, there's a Wallstead also for the Wild, Logan Cooley and a Draisaitl. Oh, one thing I was gonna say, how do you guys feel about the Nazar extension? Does that bring up his value? You know what I mean? Oilers, Brady Tkachuk, Cutter Gauthier for the Ducks. Like, does that extension that he got with all that money, I think it was like $60 million or something like that, you think that brings up his value? How do you guys feel about that? Nazar, has he established himself as something? Alright, Rangers collab, Barzal and a Zegras. There's Logan Stankoven, Trevor Moore, Brendan Othman for the Rangers. Next autograph is Ilya Mikheyev for the Blackhawks. Sign of the times. He has a nice autograph. Wish he was a better player, though. Chicago. That's going to Kieran. Kaprizov and an Ottinger. And we have another... Ooh, a Wallstead for the Wild. I think this Wallstead could garner a couple $100. Chris LaFontaine. There you go. Nice Wallstead. All right, Luka Dababalouz and a Declan Carlisle. There's Colangelo, Vancouver, and Kyle Connor for the Jets. Stützle, Jackson Blake, Patrick Koch going to Utah. Bada bing, bada boom. That's base cards. Let's keep her going. Cameron Crotty for the Wild, 36 out of 999, almost his jersey number. Matthew Tkachuk and a Fantilli, but who's Crotty? Ponomarev going to the Penguins. Let me verify that at 999. And there you go, big Penguins logo right on the back. Ponomarev to 399. Josh Roy, Minty, and a Hellenius for the Kings. There's Tkachuk and Bennett, Wallstead, Brian Rust. Scanlon, Marc-Andre Fleury, Gavin Brindley for the Jackets. Limited to 99, Luke Evangelista for Nashville, going to Tony. Panarin and DeBrincat used to be teammates, no? Oh, no, never mind. J. Robin, Rupe Hintz, and a Stankoven, all for Dallas. All for Dallas, those two. Okay, let's keep her going here. Should have a couple more autos here. Hallinan for the Devils. And speaking of the devil, no pun intended, but Darren Radish for the Lightning, Tampa Bay, Brandon Kiernan. That's for you, Darren Radish. Kyle McLean, Jeremy Swayman, and John Carlson. I gotta say something, man. How many more of these autos we gotta go through before we get it? Come on, man. Taylor Radish? Come on. Sorry, but come on. What's going on here? Islanders collab. Andrew Kopp, Ratti going to Utah. Cutter Gauthier, Oliver Bjorkstrand, and a Luke Evangelista. Forsberg, Larkin, Ogren for the Wild. And another auto, Joel Eriksson Ek for the Wild. You see what I'm trying to get at here? You'll see at the recap what I'm going to get at here. Pedersen and Malatesta, Vancouver, and the Blue Jackets. Like, how many autographs do we gotta see of that? You know what I mean? Jet Luchenko for the Flyers. I mean, that's a rookie, whatever, that's a given. Like, he's got to be in the product. You know, Luchenko, he's a rookie. He's got to be here. I get it. You know, but you'll see what I'm trying to say. Hallinan and Fedotov. There's Kyle McLean, Matthews, and Marner, and Leo Carlson. And I think this is it right here, guys. William Nylander, Gavin Brindley, and Arshdeep Baines for the Canucks. So this first half managed to pull a Mitchkov. But this is what I'm going to explain to you guys. Like, how many of these autographs do we got to go through? Like, come on. Give me a break here. Luchenko, it's a given. It's a future watch. He's a rookie. He needs to be in the product. I get it. Joel Eriksson Ek has no reason being here. Unless you're a huge Wild fan, we need better guys. Darren Radish. Come on. Wallstead, perfect. Rookie. Nice, prospect for the Wild. Probably going to be their future goaltender. Ilya Mikheyev. Lamoureux, like I said, he's a rookie. He's got to be in here. But Andrei Burakovsky has no... I don't know what to say. There's the Lean Hudson. We got to get ink of him sooner or later, please. Siplikov, rookie. Not the greatest. Travis Sanheim... Okay, wwhatever. And then there's the Mitchkov. Obviously, we know him. I think he's a stud. I think he's going to have a big year this year. Mitchkov, I think he's playing with, Zegras is on that team now. Maybe they can get some chemistry together. You never know what could happen. Mitchkov, great hit. Congratulations, Haas. You are the winner today. But Haas, Matvey Mitchkov, 34 to 199. That is for you. The other half is posted, guys. There should be another. If there's two, how do I say this? If there's two patches in this case, it's got to be in the other half. So I wouldn't sleep on it. I think we can do a little bit better than a horizontal Mitchkov. I don't think a horizontal Mitchkov could garner as a case hit in the whole master. Or if that's the case, that would be super sad. But I doubt it. But number 23 is up. 23, 24. 23 is up formally. 24, you can buy into it from 23 if you take them both in the same inner. But yeah. I'm going to get this all packed up right now. I'm going to get it sorted right now, packed up, ready to go Monday morning. Actually, it has to be Tuesday. It's the long weekend. So, Tuesday, guys. It's going to be 1 day of a delay. But other than that, make sure I have your updated addresses. The next one is posted. Let's see what else we can get out of this master. Hopefully, it's a lot better than this one. But yeah, thank you guys. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Enjoy the rest of the long weekend, folks. Stay safe, everybody, please.